Kiss 106.5.
So we were waiting there and they brought around fancy food. This is while we're waiting for them to arrive.
Yeah, a lot of fish, which I didn't like, and I made it quite well known to the waiter. I don't eat that stuff.
They even brought around little finger sandwiches with flowers in them.
Yes, that was not. I did have quite a few dozen of those, and a lot of people don't realise that I don't drink alcohol.
But
wait, I smashed a couple of champagnes when I was there, so I was blind.
You were
Right, and it was very hot, so I'm sweating like a dog, covered in sweat. I mean, my hair's wet. My entire shirt had changed colour and I was hot.
I had to take you out of the room to try and find you a cool place because you were that saturated.
Yeah. I looked like I was on pingers or something.
Yeah, you did.
Everyone's there like waiting for the Royal Highnesses and I'm like, oh, it's that bloody hot as hell in here. Mouthing off. I was having a bit of a whinge. But I was doing it on the quiet.
You were drinking champagne like it was a soft drink.
Yeah,
I was like, slow down, babe.
The water was warm.
Yeah.
Not even an ice cube in that dump.
Anyway, they finally arrived.
Yeah, and that was nice. So we had to suffer through all the formalities, like some guy up there awkwardly like this is how it sounded, right?
I'd like to welcome Your Majesty, the royal family, distinguished guests, your Governor General. Hello?
A lot of that, the microphones never work properly.
Yeah. We were instructed before they arrived.
Then the Aboriginals had to come out and do their dance, and that was nice.
Yeah, we were instructed before they arrived. I should note that everybody is assigned a table and the royals do not approach them.
Yeah.
We are going to take them around to speak to you guys.
Yeah, so each table will get there 5 minutes
That's
of
right.
fame.
Everyone stay at your table. Don't approach them.
Don't rush them, I think was the words.
And we were like, you know what? Fair enough.
And it was that sort of a crowd. There's guys in wheelchairs there and stuff. And you thought, right, it's going to be a calm crowd.
It is, yeah. They're not going to all flock
professionals, and everyone that was at our table was very nice.
So anyway, they start doing the rounds. William makes a lovely speech.
Yeah, I don't even remember anything he said. I think I was doing my blottos. I was pretty blind at one stage. And you know me, when I get drunk, I don't know what's going on.
And then they started mingling, and
and there was some punish there that was punishing me about talking about sports. Oh, do you want to get into community sports? I'm like, no, I'm not interested in community, and I'm not interested in sports. And she's looking at me, and she's like, what sort of a guy are you that's not into community and sports? And I was like, oh, God. And I thought, this punish, got to get rid of this punish. 5 seconds later, she's in Princess Catherine's ear talking about sports and community. And I thought, well, okay, fair enough. So anyway, she consumed at least half an hour of her time talking about sports and community, which no one cares about. Anyway, so they finally, they're doing the rounds, and they come down towards our table.
Oh, we're getting excited. You know what Kyle says to me? You know what he says? He goes, Jackie, when we went to the royal wedding in England and we saw them, wave on the balcony.
Yeah, it was lovely.
I always knew in my heart of hearts that one day we would meet these guys, and here we are.
And here we
our
are.
moment.
Here we are. And she's coming down. She's in the beautiful yellow dress, and he hasn't got a drip of sweat on him. I don't believe this guy's even real. I think they were rolling a mannequin out because I'm looking at this guy and I'm wiping puddles of sweat out of my eye. Everyone's dying of heat. And there he is, Prince William, looking perfect.
Perfect. Both of them looked perfect.
Not a drop of sweat on him.
So they start to make their way down to us, and we're like...
And we're like, okay, watch out. And I'm starting to elbow the prefects out of the way. Watch out, you little shit. I'm not missing out on this opportunity. There was even the woman that was pretty badly burnt, and I was like, I felt like knocking her out of the way, and I thought, I better let her do her thing. And anyway, here they come. And then just as they get to our table, Simon, you listening here? Just as they got to our table, all of a sudden, when you're at a kid's party and you cut up all those little people and you fold up the paper, you cut a man out and you pull them apart and they're all like little men holding hands. That happened in front of us with the Australian Army. So the Australian Army do some sort of Tiananmen Square military arm lock thing.
Yeah.
So we're behind the arms.
Yeah.
And Her Royal Highnesses are in front of the arms. And they just shoot through where we are. And I'm like, what about the kid in the chair? What about the Special Olympics kid? Nothing.
It was almost like they were briefed.
Everyone met them except for me and Jackie and the poor bastards that were on our table. Everyone. And then I even looked up. The Aboriginal dancers that came out and spent 40 minutes dancing around, and they were great. They were talking to him again. I was like, that's not fair. You've got double the penetration. You've danced for them, they've clapped, and now you're talking to them. So anyway, I was devastated. And mind you, a little bit pissed.
Yeah, in both ways, I
Both
think.
ways.
Yep.
Jackie's face was mortified. And I said, right. And then they started up the stairs waving, and I thought, this is bullshit, right? And I was stevoed. And I was looking around at the other people that were at our table. They were devoed as well.
Yeah, I think they were spewing there on our table.
Absolutely. And then I said, right, I don't care how many flour sandwiches you get shoved down your gullet at this joint. I only came to meet the Royals. And then I said, right, we're out of here. It's already hot.
Yeah.
Then the Navy wouldn't let us leave because they decided the Royals to have a photo out the front of the Opera House where we would have to go. So we were kept in this oven-like environment. Mind you, it was very hot and not fancy at all, was it?
I thought it was fancy.
I nearly vomited twice.
So then we were kept there.
We were kept there for another half an hour.
Because they said, we don't want you to photobombing them.
Yeah, as if we're going to be in the background, like, what's up? Doing the voice, the two fingers with the voice.
I think it was an accident that we were there. That's what I think.
No, I blame Barry O'Farrell. How dare you resign the day we're supposed to meet? If he was there, he would have gone, Kyle and Jackie.
He would have, you know.
Kyle and Jackie, he's they're leaders in their craft.
Yeah.
Or whatever we were there for.
But it was
Either
just
heroes.
the Governor General then, and
Yeah.
she didn't. You could tell
God,
she
the
wasn't.
Governor General, she's about 1 million years old.
She wasn't. She didn't even look our way.
She's still wearing Brillo cream in her hair. God love her.
You could tell she wasn't going to introduce us.
She didn't know us.
Yeah, so.
She didn't know. And then all the feds had kept looking at us and smiling and nodding. And I thought, they're nodding at us. They're going to bring him here.
Yeah,
no,
we thought
they were
that.
nodding at us like, pumped. You're the only ones not meeting them. We didn't meet them. Covered in sweat, drunk. Had to walk, mind you, from the roundabout all the way to the pointy end of the Opera House for nothing.
Kiss 1065.